Our forecast, here is Payton.
Mike, it is a hot one this afternoon. Weather impact alert for heat warnings across the area. Many of us feel well over 100 at this point, and we still have several more hours to heat up. So please be extra careful this afternoon. And there's not much rain out there right now. Now, I do think we will start to see some showers and storms later this afternoon, but after heating up this much, atmosphere is going to have a lot of instability. So we're going to have to watch out for frequent lightning and heavy rain, and maybe even some gusty winds with a few of these storms that form later on. So far this afternoon, the showers have been right near Grand Isle. We've got one little thunderstorm drifting towards Port Fourchon. Elsewhere, we've had a lot of storms out in the Gulf. These have been producing some strong wind gusts, especially on our elevated surfaces out there in the Gulf. And elsewhere, well, it's quiet for now. Now let's show you, because as we go out in time, here in the next couple of hours, I do think we will start to see some pop-up showers and storms. Notice how some of these are heavy, a few of these are strong with frequent lightning, and could even continue into the late afternoon and early evening. This is the initial signs of our little tropical disturbance we're going to be tracking over the next 3 to 4 days. And so luckily with this tropical disturbance, like last week, I don't think it brings widespread flooding, but we will have to watch for heavy rain at times. I think starting tomorrow into Friday brings a better shot of scattered showers and storms across the area. The flood risk right now is rather marginal or low, but we'll monitor it, and guess what? We monitor it all the time, and anytime it's going to rain down here. So here's where we stand with the tropical feature. Hurricane Center, they'll have an update here probably the next 30 to 45 minutes or so. They're giving it a 10% chance of development right now. You can see there's absolutely no organization to it. The moisture stretches from Florida all the way down into the northern Gulf. Now, I put the times on here because this is how the disturbance is going to travel through the Gulf as we go through the rest of this week. By Thursday, tomorrow, we probably have some broad low pressure south of our coast, continuing to move towards Florida. If it is going to become a depression or maybe a weak storm in the off chance, probably Thursday into Friday is the time it does it as it moves towards Texas, and then by Saturday it is inland in Texas. So there are some scenarios that could bring this up to a depression. It's just, does it organize fast enough before it runs out of time? So for today, just a broad sloppy mess. Not a big deal. Tomorrow, just some passing showers. Again, not terribly concerned here in Louisiana or Mississippi with it, but we'll watch for heavy downpours. Now notice Friday morning into Friday afternoon, we start to see a little bit of organization to it, and then it's moving inland. So that'll be how much can it organize during that time frame. Couple things working for it and against it. Wind shear working against it, warm water working for it. So again, for us, the concern level really is just going to be for passing showers through the next 4 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. There could be a couple spots that pick up some heavy rain, and so we'll watch for isolated flooding, but just like last week, I think it'll be isolated in nature. So the waters, they are warm. We're in the upper 80s to near 90. That's not going to be a problem for the feature, but what will, time and wind shear. And so this is the main thing that's probably going to keep this from blowing up in anything major. It's the wind shear coming out of the northeast here. There's this big ridge sitting north of us that pushes a fresh wind on it in the upper levels, and I think that's going to allow this thing to struggle. And so that's what we want here. Yeah, it's going to produce rain, but hopefully it struggles as it pushes towards Texas by the end of the week. By the way, hurricane hunters, they are on the schedule right now to maybe go look at it. Tomorrow, they're expected to take off around noon, investigate the northern Gulf. They do sometimes adjust those just depending on what things look like. So we'll keep you updated. Concern level, though, is low. We're just going to watch for a little bit more rain. That'll luckily help our temperatures moderate back into the upper 80s and low 90s. And then next week, it's back to the intense heat with the upper 90s by next Tuesday. Heads up for boaters, just keep an eye on the skies later today and tomorrow and Friday, watching out for lightning with some of these storms along with occasionally gusty winds. Your high tide, that is happening about right now closer to the lakes, and your low tide is going to happen as we head into later on tonight.